Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failure. In this video, we tackle the last Joey mission. It's called the Getaway. This is one of very few missions with time restrictions. So you can see here 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. And I'm coming in a little bit after that. So we'll have to save to get the clock to move forward 6 hours each time. And so I did that off video. I'll save one more time here just to get us close to the end of that window so I can show you what happens when you run out of time if you don't complete the mission by a certain time. And I think we're in the window now, so let's take a look at the cutscene. So this is standard stuff here. There's going to be a bank robbery going down, and we need to be the driver. And Joey here is going to give us a time limit, a time restriction. In addition to the window where you're allowed to start this mission, it says you got to get them to the bank before 5 o'clock and not a minute after. So that is one of the fail states, is getting to the bank after 5 o'clock. So we'll see that one. But first, we'll complete this mission in a vanilla way. I'll mention that this mission is missable. It's another one of those where as soon as you complete the mission called Last Requests, this mission will disappear and not be startable if you haven't done it already, which would lock you out of 100%. So make sure you do this one before you do Last Requests. Basically, you want to complete all of the Mafia missions before you do Last Requests, because that's when we turn our back on them. Spoiler alert. And then they take away all the remaining missions. Okay, so here are the three robbers getting into our car, and we're going to take them to the bank. All right, so from the wiki, it says the reward is up to $30,000. So we're going to see that the reward, there is a variable that determines what the cash reward is for completing the mission. This mission is unlocked by the previous Joey mission, which was Dead Skunk in the Trunk, and this mission doesn't unlock anything. This is, again, the final mission in the Joey chain. So in this video, we will rate each of the Joey missions, and we'll rate Joey as a boss. All right, from the wiki, in the trivia section here, it says, on occasion, only one or two of the three robbers comes out. Like typically it's three, but I will show you in this video a time when it's two, and I think I got a time when there was just one. I don't think I added that into this clip. But according to the wiki, it says this implies that the robbery has not gone smoothly and one or two of the robbers has been killed or abandoned. And then it says here something I've never seen. It says in some rarer instances, all three can perish in the bank, which will result in instant mission failure after the robbery is over. Although the player will not receive a wanted level. Technically, this variance depends on the manner in which they respawn from within the bank and may or may not differ between each replay. So I've never seen that before. All right, and then something else I've never seen and I can't confirm, look for the $30,000 here as the reward, and then we'll restart and show some oddities and things. From the wiki, sometimes after the robbery is finished, the door of the bank may remain ajar and the player can go into the bank. The interior is solid, but there isn't anything inside. It will remain open for the rest of the game. I've never seen that before either, although to be honest, I was never looking for it because I didn't know it was a thing until I read this in the wiki today. So in all of my attempts at this mission while making this video, here I'm just letting the clock run out, and so I'm not going to push the horn, and I'm just waiting for the mission to fail at 5 o'clock, but then for some reason they come out. I swear to you, I did not push the horn. But they just come out at like, I don't know, 4:20 in the afternoon or something. Maybe that was a joke, that number. Okay, so anyway, still I have no interest in doing the bank robbery on this attempt, so we're just going to sit here until 5 o'clock and we'll see the mission fail. But in all of my attempts today, I did look at the bank door and it closed every single time. Don't know how rare it is for it to stay open, but I tried this in making this video. I probably restarted the mission about 15 times. Too slow, man, too slow. So in none of those attempts did the bank door stay open. Okay, so here I wanted to know what happens if one of the bad guys, one of the robbers, dies before the bank robbery happens. So here we go, for science. So they don't fight back, but you do fail. You need all three to rob the bank. All right, good to know. So then the next natural question here, I've already done the robbery and I'm trying to clear my wanted level. But the next question for science is what happens if you kill a guy after the robbery, right? Like here we saw you couldn't kill him before the robbery, but let's see what happens after. So we're going to take out the bat. We're going to knock out two of them, but only one of them is going to die. So that guy that's closer to me, he's the one that's done, but we don't get an instant mission fail. The other guy is going to get up and hop on in. And then we'll take two of the three robbers over to the end of the mission marker. And you'll see that we pass. So it's fine for one or two of them to die before the robbery. Sorry, after the robbery, but not before. Here, take a look at the money. It was $30,000, the reward before. And in this case, $20,000. So you get 10 grand for each of the robbers that you bring back. So the reward is either going to be 10,000 or 20,000 or $30,000. So here, just for science, we will demonstrate that it's possible to kill two of the guys and then get that $10,000 reward. So that's what we're going to do here. That's one for you and one for you. And let's get back in. I'm going to demonstrate that you cannot complete the mission with any kind of a wanted level. So I did get a wanted star for killing two of my buddies. And so I just clear it here, and then we'll head back to the end of mission marker and get the pass with only a $10,000 reward because we're just coming back with one of the three robbers. Okay, and let's see the $10,000. There it is. And in this next attempt, I wanted to know what happened if I had all three robbers alive. But if you kill all three robbers, then you fail the mission. I actually don't think I recorded that, but that is the case. So here I wanted to have all three robbers alive, but I only wanted to take one or two of them back and see if I could end the mission. And so I tried to drive away real quick, just so they couldn't get in. We end up with one in the car. And now there's a second one in the car, and the third one is alive, just standing on the road behind us. And we will get a different message here. Don't split up, keep the group together. Yeah, so it's weird. It's like you can end the mission with two of them after murdering one of them, but you can't end the mission if all three are alive and you don't bring them all back. So you got to bring everybody alive back. So my solution is to just bring back the guys in the car and make it so the third guy is no longer alive. So, like, I don't know what morals Rockstar is teaching here, but killing is fine. Abandonment is unacceptable. So there you go. Mission pass, $20,000 there for the two guys. Okay, this next clip I'm going to show you at 4 speed, and the point of this clip is that you can start the mission with a wanted level. We're going to see that here at the beginning. I'll get a wanted level real quick, and I'm allowed to start the mission. But we're going to see at each of the other points in this mission, I'm not allowed to have a wanted level. So here I'm intentionally running over a few people to keep my wanted level. And it says, shake the cops, lose your wanted level. So the robbers won't come out if you have a wanted level. Okay, fine. So we'll head back up with no wanted level. We'll pick them up and head over to the place where they robbed the bank. But on the way, we're going to get a wanted level just to see if we can start this thing, if they'll rob the bank with a wanted level. And the answer is no, shake the cops, lose the wanted level. Okay, so we go to the Bribe Star Alley. We'll start the bank robbery. We'll end the bank robbery. Notice only 2 of the robbers survived that time. There's only 2 of them in my vehicle right now. And then we'll clear the wanted level. And so I could proceed merrily along with a cleared wanted level. I did get another wanted star right there. And so even though the wanted level had been cleared post-robbery, I cannot end the mission with any kind of a wanted level. Okay, next up. First, I'm bringing a 2-door car to the party, and they ain't sardines, so they won't get into a vehicle that doesn't have room for 4. Okay, fine. I can switch to something that has plenty of room. You don't want to feel like sardines. Hop on the coach. It's gonna be great. Remember, this room for at least 8 passengers here because we used the go and get a vehicle less conspicuous. I can't win with these people. So in the fuzzball, we picked up 8 women and they got in the back, and I was the 9th person on the bus. So clearly, there's enough room for me and these 3 fools on that bus. but too conspicuous. All right, so now we've got a normal four-door car, all good. But I really want to see if we can do a bunch of this mission with the bus. So they wouldn't get on the bus initially, but what if we trick them by driving them just a tiny bit away in a four-door vehicle? And indeed, they will get on the bus. So apparently it's inconspicuous now because they were on an inconspicuous vehicle in between. Okay, so standard robbery in a bus. And I think we're in like double speed here just because the bus is slow to make this three-point turn. But I do want to make sure that I'm pointing in the right direction because losing a three-star wanted level while accelerating away in a very slow bus could be tricky. That's, oh, go and get a vehicle less conspicuous. Are you kidding me? Okay, so these guys are so picky. We'll get out. We'll hop over in, I think, that van over at the, and then, yeah, the banana peel routine here. Yeah, okay, I don't have time for this. Let's go get a four-door vehicle. This van will suffice. So we'll get all four of these guys in the van. But the bus is still going to be there waiting. I still have experiments to do. It was interesting to me when the two guys in the back closed their doors, the van that I was in moved forward a little bit each time. Okay, so three-star wanted level. I'm going to get out. I want them to get out. They're not getting out. Said, okay, apparently I got out early. Can't even get in now. Police all around. Okay, so we get out. Ambulance, get out of the way. I'm doing science. And with police shooting at me, assuming I'm going to lose at least one of these robbers and possibly get busted. But I think that everybody's on the bus. Maybe we lost one of them. I don't know. Just trying to get out of here. And then in this clip, it's going to be the first time I have ever tried taking a bus into the pay and spray. So my only thought was that like it probably wasn't going to fit. But what turned out to be the real problem wasn't the size of the bus. Because I think the bus turns out to fit. But I got a message when I brought this bus into the pay and spray, and it says, I don't touch nothing that hot. And that is a message that you get when you bring a police vehicle into the pay and spray, or an ambulance into the pay and spray, or a fire truck into the pay and spray. So I thought it was just the emergency vehicles that were a no-go. Here I'm going through one bribe star and just letting time pass to get rid of the last wanted star. I had no clue that you get that same message for the bus, or for the coach, I should say. I'm curious about the bus, like the school bus. Like, do you get the same message? Okay, here, will they get out or is it still too conspicuous? No, they get out. You can do most of this thing on the bus. Yeah, I'm interested whether or not the school bus has the same restriction that you can't pay and spray it. I'm making a note, school bus pay and spray. Okay, so next thing we're going to do here is, what are we doing? We're switching. So all three of the robbers were in that four-door vehicle, no problem. Now they're following me to this two-door vehicle. So what's going to happen? So this is like, what's that game where they take away a seat every time and the last person in a seat wins? It's like that, musical chairs. So whoever gets in first wins, and the other two guys just walk away. Okay, fine. So we couldn't get them into a two-door vehicle. How about we try public transportation today? So I've got all three of these guys here. Now, I can't move the camera other than like up and down. So I just saw like one of them standing there. The other ones, I think, are off to the left. And then I get out and one of them dies. I have no idea what happened. These people don't know how to safely board a subway train. Okay, so I'm out of here. And next thing to do is take these three folks into my garage. Let's see what happens here. So nothing special really happened other than the fact that two of them got trapped in there. So then I open the garage door for them. Easy to get out. Here we go, boys. And nothing. Nothing. Look at what I have to work with here. So the only interesting thing here, I guess, is how the three of them get in, because there's only one door available to them. So that first guy teleports, I think, to the passenger side rear, and the second guy I think teleported to passenger side front, and then the third guy has a seat. So that was kind of interesting. And the same kind of thing here with the crusher. First guy goes to rear passenger, second guy goes to front passenger, third guy just gets in and stays there. And then now like four of us are occupying two spaces. So kind of weird. I couldn't get anything interesting with the crusher other than the way that these guys get in and out of the vehicle. Okay, back to the subway. All three of us, I know that we can't all fit. So I was surprised to see three people get on the subway there, right? And like I've seen that we can't fit when I took three women from the fuzzball onto the subway, and like two of them, it's fine. They'll get into the other two doors of the car that I'm in, but the fourth one just stays at the subway. But here, I saw all three clearly get onto my subway car, and then I get out and I see two of them. I don't know where the third one is. One of them just passes out and dies, and then the game crashes. Like the reason this mission fail stays on so long is because my game crashed. So I don't know. Apparently, apparently, getting three bank robbers and me into a single subway car is too much for the game to handle. Okay, next up is my final attempt at this. So no cuts, but I will fast forward through some of the parts, and we'll try to do a couple of interesting things in this my final attempt as well. But I do want to read about the Joey missions and rate them because this is our last Joey mission. So the first Joey mission, Mike Lip's last lunch. We had to go take Mike Forelli's car and arm it with a bomb. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to do something funny here, but we'll talk about it in a sec. Arm Mike Forelli's car with a bomb, and then bring it back to the restaurant that he was eating in, and then let him get out and start his car and blow himself up. So pretty fun mission. So here, I don't know if you can tell what I'm trying to do. I want to make it so that the guys have no way to get in. So I'm really trying to like squeeze my taxi in between two other vehicles, squeeze it in quite tightly. So here we go. I've done a lot of maneuvering, as you can see, and fast forward. This is perfect. There's no doors available for these fools. What's going to happen when I hit the horn? All of my hard work just disappears. Just despawns. I guess that makes sense because if they can't get in the vehicle, maybe you soft lock the game. So, all right, Rockstar, you win this round. Okay, so Mike Lip's last lunch, pretty good. I would probably say, like a seven on that mission. But I don't like that the last cutscene is so long and unskippable. So we'll dock it one and bring it down to a six. Next Joey mission was Farewell Chunky Lee Chong. Pretty good, pretty easy if you've got a weapon that you can reach and not even engage in the chase and deal with the bodyguards. Six on that one. Van Heist. Van Heist. It things can go really well if you use the speed strat where you blow up your car near to the van, but things can also go terribly wrong with the police harassing you and you trying to accelerate away in a very slow, secure car. But I'm going to give that one. I like it. Cipriani's chauffeur, where we drove Tony to the laundromat and then drove away from the triads. Pretty boring, actually. I would call it a two. There's really nothing much there. No danger. Except it unlocks a whole chain of missions, which is pretty great. So we'll bump it up to a four instead of a two. Okay, so in the rest of this attempt, we're gonna see if we can use the subway to actually pass the attempt. That's what we're doing here. And I'll just give you a heads up that not all three of these robbers is going to survive to the end of this mission, but we're going to do our darndest. Okay, next mission for Joey was Dead Skunk in the Trunk. You go pick up the manana, which has the corpse in it, and bring it to the crusher. Despite the fact that I had difficulty even waking up, all right, so here we tried to get two guys on. One guy was on the bridge. The second guy fell over. I don't know the status of either of those two guys. I just know I'm on this subway with one of the robbers. Okay, so Dead Skunk in the Trunk. I wasn't really able to show you how aggressive the Forelli brothers normally are when they chase you in the manana. So like without them, the mission is trivially easy. But with them, I spent so much time. All right, so there's the one guy, and I'm ready to just take him back to the end of mission marker. But I can't, right? Like if anybody else is alive, and I can see a green dot on the map, so at least one of those two guys is alive. I also see a red dot on the map. Oh, that's the mission marker end spot. So I can't end the mission if I don't bring back every living robber with me. But I don't know what's happening over at the other subway. But I've spent so much time failing and getting frustrated on that Dead Skunk in the Trunk that I have to ding it. So I probably might be like a seven if I didn't have so much difficulty. But we're going all the way down to a four on that one. And then finally the Getaway, this mission that we're on right here. This is like the canonical GTA mission, right? Like bankrupt lookout. All right, so come on. I was right here at the pay and spray officer, and the officer skid into and killed my buddy. Unacceptable. But we haven't failed yet because there's at least one of these fools still alive over by that first subway station in St. Mark's. So we're going to head back there at some point. So the getaway, very typical GTA mission, where you drive some guys to a bank robbery and then try to escape the fuzz and get a ton of money at the end. So this is good stuff for me. I'm calling this mission a 9. Okay, and then overall, Joey as a boss. So like the first boss we had was Luigi, and like his stuff wasn't all that interesting, but it was introductory tutorial type missions. So what can you expect? And I don't remember what grade we gave them. Oh, actually, I think I might have put this in a spreadsheet. Hang on. Where is it? Okay, so here I am. Yeah, shake the cops, right? You bet. Uh, okay, so where's the spreadsheet here? Here we go. All right, so Luigi, I gave a 5 out of 10, and then Marty Chunks gave a 3 out of 10. His missions were quite boring, honestly. But Joey's missions are a cut above, I would say. So we're going to go 6 out of 10 on Joey. So he is a better boss than any that we've had so far, in GTA Failer's humble opinion. Okay, so can we pass this mission? Please, please, please. So then the last thing to do is pick up one or both. Like I don't know where folks are at this point in my recording of this attempt. So what do we see here? All right, so one guy's on the bridge. Where's the other guy? Is he dead? Is he planking? What is he doing? So I guess he died. Like he was trying to get in. Yeah, he was trying. Oh my goodness, decapitated. Wow. All right, so let's go walk over this guy's corpse. Okay, so now I'm convinced that I need to get this one guy who's on the subway car with me. I need to get him home alive because he's my last survivor. And I like how the driver of the subway that we're on here, like this train, like he must have seen there was a guy, like lying down on the subway on the platform there, possibly injured, possibly dead, and he's just like, no, I got a schedule to keep here. All aboard. Okay, so I think it's a simple matter of just getting back to the ending mission marker because we don't have any wanted stars left over. So I just need this fool not to get decapitated himself as this train leaves the station. I'll point out that earlier in this video, when we walked into the starting mission marker, like right where we pick up the 3 guys at the beginning of the mission, we walked in there without a car. We got some rude message about idiot, you need a getaway car. So let's see what happens here. It's me and this other guy get a vehicle. Why do we need to get a vehicle? He just needs to walk like 5 feet into the garage right next to that mission marker. Why is this programmed in here? Like this is the only survivor. Why do we need a vehicle? I don't know, but I had to perform yet another Grand Theft Auto just to meet Rockstar's demands of having a vehicle to end this mission. Okay, 10,000 bucks. Throw it onto the pile. And with that mission complete and Joey's missions complete, it isn't the last time we'll see Joey, but it's the last time that he is going to give us a mission. Okay, so here I am just driving over to the Hepburn Heights Park here, Hepburn Park, because this is where we're going to start our next chain of missions. It'll be the telephone missions. They're given to us by El Burro. So we'll just grab a heart, save a couple of times to get some daylight back, and then we will call this video done. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.